Okay guys, over here we have somebody's orders. I'll be packaging everything after now to send down to her. Those are your nails. So over here we have all her synthetic frontals. You can see all her synthetic frontals, and then these are 13 by 4 frontals. Then moving over to this side, we have her 13 by 6 frontals. Frontals, yeah. You can see how big our frontals. Let me show you guys. You can see how big this frontal is. This is 13 by 6 frontal. That is 13 by 4. So I'm going to open up one for you guys to see. So which one should it be? Let's work with this one over here. So guys, this is the 13 by 6 we picked up. And this is the 13 by 6 we picked up to check how full it is. Just going to bend it and then let's pat it open. And this is how full this is. So assuming you're making a knotless braid, let's see if this density will work. And let's take a tiny piece. Let's take a tiny piece. I think this is very okay for a knotless braid. That's what we have here. This is very okay. So even if you want to make, but for me personally, I would prefer a lighter density for a fuller braid. But depending on clients' orders, of course. If you want the very big ones, I need to bring up the head. Assuming we are making, these are the tiny baby hairs we brought out in front. So assuming you're making the large braids, then this can also serve. But personally, I would prefer a less fuller or a less dense ventilating, a less dense lace wig for that. But depending on what you want, you can see how full this one is looking. This isn't really for me personally. I think this would work better on knotless braids, maybe if you're using it for a knotless braid. But if you're doing anything like large braid, I think the density should be less than this. Or maybe if you're making cornrows, I think a lesser density will be better. So I'm going to check and see if I have any lesser dense hair, so I can show you guys, right? We also check if this is very okay for stitch braid. Personally, stitch braid, I would prefer less dense. So there it is. I think I'll prefer less dense closure or whatever. But let's go ahead and make a quick stitch braid on this and see what it will look like. So I'm going to do it off camera and then show you guys what it looks like. I decided maybe we should just make this together, trying to make a stitch braid. Some people actually use their hands for this, their fingers, but I feel it doesn't give a clear cut. I'm not a professional braider, guys, but of course I have, we have braiders that work for us. I just want you guys to see what this really looks like. Maybe probably someday I would go learn how to braid perfectly, you know, to make all this stuff, right? So you guys can see what this looks like. Personally, I feel this is a no-no for me when I'm doing stitch braid. I feel the density is too much. I feel it's also a little bit too much for this. It's also, but it's perfect for knotless braids. Okay, I think the density is perfect for knotless braid. So I'm going to get another one, a lighter dense and frontal, and we'll compare the two. Sorry, excuse. So this is a lesser dense work. Yeah, lesser dense 13 by 6, as you can see. Although the ventilating is completely different, the pattern of ventilating is completely different. So you can see what the knotless braid looks like here. It looks horrible, but this, to me, I think this is perfect. And I think this here is also very okay for this particular density. Oh, a little bit fuller, but not as dense as the other one. This one can actually pass for this as well. And yeah, so I just want you guys to see what different densities on braiding generally look like. I mean, I'm really loving this on this density. Like, the big braid is perfect for this. This is also very okay because it makes the stitch braids a little more visible, right? Then the knotless braid is a no-no. As you can see, it's like faunyash. So this is also okay. But I think this is perfect. This is perfect for this density. But a little more density, should work perfectly on when you're making this, and this one requires very full density. So yeah, guys, that is all I have to show you. Bye-bye.